Hey guys, what's up? Stephen here, and we're back to another Roblox tutorial. And in this tutorial, we're gonna make a leaderboard that is not actually part of the Roblox default UI. So let's get started. So we actually made a leaderboard right here, and we're gonna edit that a bit. So let's try to play. Let me show you. So we have coins, checkpoint, but we did made a Surface GUI. Check that out on our previous video. And we made a little bit of changes on it for us to be able to code it. And we have names and scores. So the only difference on this Surface GUI is that instead of 2 frames, we made it 1 frame and a template. And now we're gonna code in on the actual point system. Let's say, instead of coins, checkpoint, we're gonna have in some points. So in order to code that, oh, why did I close that? We're gonna go in our leaderboard and add another option here, wherein we change this to points and say that it's points. Just copy that and paste and paste. And now once we play, we would have points there, but we still haven't coded this right here. And now, the good part is, or since we already have our leaderboard, what we need to go to is another board, which is Surface Leaderboard. So this would be our leaderboard, or let's just name this Leader Stats. And this would be our leaderboard instead of our Surface Leaderboard. So Leader Stats and Leaderboard. Sounds confusing, but yeah, we'll rename them whenever. But in any case, in your case, feel free to rename it on whatever you want. So leaderboard. Let's go into the leaderboard. So first off, what do we need to get in a leaderboard? First is we need to get our players. So players, this would be like the normal players, and what we need right now is our variables. So I'm gonna be copy pasting a few so we don't take too much of your time. So basically you'll have a variable for leaderboard, Surface GUI, mainframe, subframe, and the likes. So let's copy paste that. So if you notice, we have up to template so that we have made variables from there, so it's not going to be super long. And we would want our template to be invisible always, because we don't want to show people that we're using like a template, like there's names and scores before the actual players. And then what we need to do is we're gonna put on a function. Oh, it's saying something, but oops, let's not dive into that first. Of course, we would want something to end. Before that, always do a comment in your code. So what we would want is to clear every line first. For child in pairs of frames get children. Oh, nice. So it's recommending like top players, but I think that's too far ahead. We might do that in the future, but I guess right now we don't need to add that because we're only gonna be playing on uh this in the tutorial. But yes, what we need is an actual frame that clears a row, wherein we need to replace the template with a different parts, or if other people are actually not playing in the actual game, we don't want them there. And what we would want is local players, which is the actual local players. And we also want like sorting of points. Let's say point sorting. since we have a name and a score, it's gonna be a table with a function A and B. That's good. Oops. Table dot sort players. Oops, not the players, but players dot function. And we're gonna put it A and B. Was this right? I think too much parenthesis. Then return. We don't want this. Actually, we need to first divide this to A. No. A. We need to add a local variable. Let's say A points is equals to A dot leader stats dot point. I think we should wait for the value because we don't actually know if we would put in value right now. So we're gonna go with yes, this one. We're gonna find first child leader sets and a find first child point. I think we don't need this as much. Yeah, we don't need that. And just copy this, change this to B points, then change it to B. And now we're gonna add, this is the part where we add AV is equals to maybe we add A points and A points dot value or 0. Then another one. And that's the time we would return AV is equals to BV. Ah, was it? No, I think it should be greater than. It's gonna be greater than. I think I forgot local here. Forgot the local there. Then we're gonna do some for I is equals to I. Equals to 1. Then math dot min 10 player do local row template, wait for child. We forgot the point. Is equals to player dot leader stats dot points dot value. Or 0. Or player dot leader stats. And okay. And then we name it dot row dot name. Oops. Was it row dot player name dot text is equals to player name, and row dot player score dot text is equals to toastring points. And then we end. And then I think we could call the update leaderboards now. But before that, let's add the players dot player added. Connect expression player, and then player and then we do the update leaderboard, and then we do also update the leaderboards at player removing, player update leaderboard, and then wow, true, do wait, let's make this say 10 seconds for testing. We will make this maybe a heartbeat or some sort, but let's test this out. So initially we should be seeing our name there. So we have points and what is not working. Oh, and I think it's not end, but more on, let's check. So Surface GUI identity when parsing expression got end. I think this should be something of like this. No. Yeah, so I'm dumb. So let's just remove this and there you go. So basically we're waiting for the points to load before we update leaderboard, and let's test it out. And ta-da, now we have our scores. But of course, since we it's not going up to the points, we still won't be able to update the scores. But at the very least, we see our names there. So whenever multiplayer joins, it should go on to, once we test it out, we will have multiple names here. But so far, our code is updating, and once we leave that, it's gonna go back there. So I hope you learned something on this video. It took a while, but hope you like our leaderboard. And in the next video, we're gonna add more on the points here. And yeah, catch you on the next video. Bye bye.